Hello, I am Carrie and I'm back with another collective reading. And today I just wanted to get a uplifting message. I know there's a lot of things going on energetically, like Mercury retrograde, and sometimes you can just feel a little bit overwhelmed and just be like, what am I doing in life? What's happening? And I wanted to get some messages to just help everybody work through that energy, even myself. So, first, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Of course, I love your comments, and let's get started. So I went ahead and pulled a spread from this deck, Angel Wisdom Tarot deck. And over here, if we just start this side, we've got the Three of Swords and the Page of Wands. So this energy to me is kind of like, Three of Swords. We know it's that heartbreak energy. But I love it because in this picture, there's an angel with the woman. He's like holding her hand. He's comforting her. And that's the energies that I'm getting here. It's like this heartbreak, it may have been past heartbreak, but it also could have been like what is it called? Reawakened. Like, say you had some heartbreak in the past and then, like you were triggered again to feel that energy recently. Sorry, I'm gonna close my door. So you may have had heartbreak in the past that you thought you were over, you were getting over, or it just wasn't as strong or as big of an impact in your life. But something triggered you and it came back up and it just kind of started hurting all over again. So what I am seeing here in these cards is there's this principle in geology where if you see something on a small scale, then it's going to be shown to you as well on a larger scale. So if you hold a piece of rock from this location and you see little tiny folds in it, you know that if you look at a larger area, that entire area is going to be folded exactly the same, even the same orientation, the same angle. Same thing with faults. If you pick up rocks and it's heavily faulted, you're going to know if you zoom out in that location, even like a kilometer scale size, you're going to see faults all through that space. And this is the energy that I'm feeling here right now. It's like there may be something small that triggered you, but it was triggering something that was larger, like a larger experience that happened in your life. And honestly, when we get triggered, it helps us to heal that energy. So you were triggered so that you could heal that energy again. Like you may have managed to cope with it well, and you may have even forgotten about like the pain that it caused because you've moved on. It could be like an old thing, something old. You may have forgotten about it already. But this trigger, this situation came up to remind you, like there's still some more of that energy inside of you, and it's time to let it go. It's time to move on and stop like using coping mechanisms, but actually handling it this time. It's like we're gonna finish it. We're gonna finish and be done with this pattern. We're not gonna hold on to it anymore. So that's what I'm getting when I see this Page of Wands. It's like fire being lit underneath this injury, like this old injury, like say this old situation that's not resolved yet. And then we move over here to the Ace of Wands, and then the Ten of Swords. That's that energy you get about the leaving it behind. So it's like, okay, it was reignited here, and now you are aware of the situation. And especially like, let's say it happened, whatever the situation that happened to us made us sad or upset, like the first one, the initial one. Maybe it happened when we were kids and we just did not have the skills or ability to deal with that situation. But now, as we're grown adults and we've been through some things and we understand how stuff works now we're able to end it and dead it because we don't have to hold on to those same old energies anymore, It's like we were only holding on to it because we weren't able to handle it back then, but now we know how to handle it. We can read books about how to handle it. We can like see in the real world how other people have handled this thing. We can have tried our own to handle it in different ways and maybe none of those work. But now, okay, this last way, I'm going to try this one. Let's see if this one works. Let me do the thing I never thought I'd do. Let me say what I never thought I'd say. Like that type of thing. So that's the energy I'm feeling right now for you. It's like, okay, I was triggered, but now I can handle this thing that's coming up because I'm not the same person I was before. I am not a victim. I know I'm a victor. I know I can survive and I can thrive in any challenge or situation that's thrown my way because I have already. I have proven that to myself. Nothing has bested me thus far, and so I'm going to keep on doing what I do best, which is winning and succeeding and fighting back and doing what needs to be done. So that's the energy. It's like, okay, trigger came back up. I see it. I notice it. Now it's time for me to dead it. Let's end it. And that is going to, like, I literally see like keep thinking about geology and unconformity in this energy, because this to me is all past stuff. This is like, okay, we got to get rid of this stuff. We got to like drop this stuff back off. We got to, get it away from us, get it away from us, get it off of us, this energy pattern. And then now I see you, lighter person, moving forward in success. That's why I call it an unconformity, because it's not really, like, they don't go together. They're two completely different things. Unconformity is what happens in geology whenever you have a rock layer deposited, and then there's another one deposited on top of it, but they are completely different ages. So maybe like some erosion happened, or some kind of like water situation happened to wash away half of the rock record. So you don't have that anymore, and then something else was deposited on top of it that's completely different age. Even like a fault could have happened. So us getting rid of this energy or letting go of this energy is going to allow us to move on, like basically a jump in time. We're going to be so much lighter. We can go forward without those things, and it's going to be a completely different life for us. So that's what I'm seeing here in 7 and 8. Seeds well planted. You are the seed well planted. I love seeing that, because again, this can be, yes, a small situation that has happened, but again, it's going to speak to a larger situation. So say right now, wherever you are in your life, people are commending you for the way that you act and behave. You didn't start acting and behaving like that 5 minutes ago. No, you have been yourself your entire life. And so you are going to be starting to see the gifts of you being yourself now. And it's like, maybe people who are around you right now are starting to recognize that, but you have always been this way, and it's just being brought to the forefront, especially if you're being able to walk forward in a more lighter way, a more open way, a less, I don't know, it could be anger that you're dropping off, or fear that you're dropping off, or like, what are the 7 deadly sins, like lust or greed, like those types of things that you're just like, all right, I use this energy, I use this petty energy to move me forward in my life, because it was very easy to be like, oh, I'm above this, and I don't know, what is petty energy? I guess like it's very easy to be like, oh, I'm gonna get this person back by doing these things, and those things that you were doing were actually, pushing you forward in life and making you more successful, but it was the reason behind it that's the thing that you need to let go. You need to keep the habits of being successful, but let go of the pettiness, let go of the spite, let go of the anger, like that kind of stuff. So you're moving forward with the gifts that you got from the pain that you've gone through, and you're no longer needing to hold on to that anger or spite or whatever it is. So you are the seed well planted. You are the one who had the staying ability to survive in whatever situation it was, and now you're going to be starting to get those gifts back from that, and it's because you're dropping off some of these little, like, more negative things. So right now, if you're feeling like you're going through it, you're like, why is this coming back up for me? It's because you have the opportunity to let it go again. And I always feel like this happens again and again and again in our lives. It's like there's levels to this. We can let something go on one level, but then there's another level where there's an attachment. It's like, okay, you ready to let this go on the next level? All right, let's do that now. And then you can always see every single time that you've let something go or overcome something, you can see the gifts from that, because when you were holding on to that thing, you had to survive a certain way in order for you to exist with that thing. Hopefully this is making sense. You had to survive a certain way, and those skills that you were using to survive are going to be the things that are the seeds well planted. It's like, oh, you were able to survive in this toxic environment by really focusing on your goals and the things that are true and real to you. So you focused. You learned how to focus. People were trying to, talk down on your name, etc. You did not listen to the haters. You had to focus to make it through. And now, once you're out of that situation, look at what you got. Focus. You know how to focus, no matter who is talking. So these are the types of things that are the seeds well planted. And that is what's going to allow you to move forward through this change. Because if you see here, we've got transformation in the star. That is the tower and the star. I love how they are right back to back, like they are in the tarot deck. First we have the tower, and then we have the healing, the star, coming right after that. And so that's about to happen for you. It's like, now that you've let this thing go, now that you have these gifts in hand, these things that you have learned from the pain that you had to go through, and I won't say had to, but the pain that you did go through, then there's this major change that is going to be able to happen in your life, and it's going to allow you to get back into balance, which is the start for me. It's the healing energy for me. It's like these waters are going to run through and cleanse off everything, like clean out the empty spaces, fill it back up with love and joy and peace and happiness. Like it's just the healing that happens after you going through a situation. And this star energy, like I really feel like it can be all kinds of things. If we're talking about, again, the gifts that you already received from going through the pain, like the skills that you gained because you had to do these things in order to survive, we're going to see those gifts and skills kind of being highlighted and you being able to use those moving forward. So the star could be like a new opportunity for you to use those gifts. And to me, the thing that I love the most about it is you don't even have to do anything extra. You do what you already were doing, just being yourself. And I think that star energy can come through is literally like, hey, here's an opportunity and space and a place for you to be you. Boom. Immediate healing, because I don't have to like reach and stretch and try and strive. I can just be and exist and be myself. So I think if you're feeling any of these types of energies, like the Three of Swords energy or even the Tower energy, know that right now is a good thing, especially during this time of transformation, because you're going to be able to be more of yourself, not have to work so hard or strive so hard, and the gifts that you hold specifically from the things that you have had to endure and go through are going to be the things that are going to be highlighted for you, and they will allow you to I don't know, feel like you're being gifted. And I say feel like because sometimes we literally think that somebody has to give us a present, but no, it's you being you is the gift. And you don't have to like compromise or anything. Imagine being able to do that and not having to compromise or not having to like hold your tongue or not having to like say words in a way that make other people happy. Like, let me just speak my truth and speak in the way that I think is best. And this is going to be a gift to some others and a gift to myself and a gift to be around because this is needed in this place. That's the type of energy I'm thinking of. So if you're feeling kind of like down right now, it's like hold on to yourself, hold on to the things and the gifts and the skills that you have. Remember that this is all going to be for a higher purpose, and you're going to see it work out in the long run, in the end. Anywhere that you are on this spread, whether you're starting to get this heartbreak because you were triggered by some situation, or if you're even just kind of starting to see the gifts that you got from the pain that you've gone through, or the like skills that you just possess that other people don't have around you. It's like, whoa, I thought that this was something everybody knew how to do. I thought everybody had common sense. I guess not, because maybe y'all haven't been put in situations in which you had to use your own brain. Maybe you don't know how to do these things, but I do. So anywhere that you are on this spread, just know that you are moving forward towards your future. Things are getting better for you. If you're feeling uncomfortable right now, really just try to think and remember, especially if you've gotten triggered, try to remember what it was, like what the initial trigger for you was, so that you can go ahead and overcome that. It's like, oh man, this person bullied me when I was a kid. He bullied me all through school. And today somebody tried to bully me. And I got triggered, and I felt the same powerless feeling that I felt back then when I was in school. But now remind yourself of the truth. It's like no one can bully me. No one can force me to do anything. No one can, harm me in any way, because I can stand up for myself. I can stand up for myself on multiple levels. I can do it verbally. I can do it physically if I need to. I can do it by getting assistance from others. I don't have to stand there and freeze. I can change. I can do something different. And so remembering the truth right now is going to be very, very helpful during this time and situation. Okay, you all, thank you so much for watching this reading. I'm going to see you all in the next one.